Right, we're here at the Dumbalk Country Campdraft, and I'm catching up with Bruce Adele. We're almost neighbours, but we catch up in Gippsland. Firstly, welcome.
Yep, thank you all, yeah.
Beautiful campdraft here, beautiful arenas. I just said to Kenny Bolton there before, the drive down's unbelievable. Once you get to the grounds here, it's just breathtaking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's probably worth the drive. The cattle are unreal. Usually they've got unreal cattle here, and it's actually a bit dry. I think the hills is probably as dry as I've seen them over the years. So, yeah.
A bit different at home, though.
It is, yes.
At least they've got something on top.
Yeah.
Like we got nothing, nothing there at all. How's your weekend been going so far?
I haven't had a great one. I got a couple back in the next round of the Longhorns. It was a 90 and an 85, so yeah.
They're good scores?
Yeah, not too bad, yeah. Good enough. If I can keep adding to them, be good. So, yeah.
What is it about campdrafting? I ask a lot of people, like I get to travel everywhere, and there's so many great aspects of it, I suppose, but what is it that attracts you to it?
I guess we just sort of, tinkering around with a few horse breeds, but it's probably, people you meet, and it's a good family sport. That's about it for me. Like when my young fella, we got out of radios and needed something else to do, and started camp drafting, and the young fella got hooked on it, and now he's gone radio, and so I got too old to stay camp drafting.
When you go up to Queensland, like Warwick, it is a camp draft. The Warwick Gold Cup is a camp draft, but also Rodeo on that same thing, and it's sort of like a natural progression in a way. But then I start talking to so many people. They come from everywhere, don't they, to do the camp drafting? Yeah,
and I think there's a lot of bronc riders, I shouldn't just say bronc riders, but a lot of old cowboys have gone to camp draft now. Everyone,
show jumpies.
Yeah. There's, I don't know. I think it's a horse sport and biggest one in Australia, really, isn't it? So, that's why you got to be in it.
And it's one of the most humbling things, isn't it, with the people?
Yes. Yeah. I used to, think it was all right. They only had 2 brains to line up in the bronc ride, and now we've got 3, and it's very hard sometimes.
It's competitive, but it's a lot of fun. You guys were just playing a bit of just there, and it's not all about hard parties and things along those lines. It is like a family-orientated sport as well.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like that's what I said. We started earlier on, and Jane, because she didn't want to compete, she sort of got sick of travelling around watching camp draft. But the oldest boy and I we done a fair few drafts, and now the youngest fella, he's wanting to come along. But yeah.
So how far do you travel nowadays?
Oh well, yeah. We do go up to Condamine, Chinchilla and Warwick, and I come a lot down here quite a bit because I'm not, most of the ones close to home, I'm not around home. I go over to Western Australia early in the year, so that keeps me away from a lot of the camp drafts.
It does as well. Mate, your business, I also know like you break in, educate, you do, I think pretty much anything people ask you to do in a way with horses. Do you enjoy that side of it? Yeah,
I do, yeah. The breaking in, we've been doing it for quite a year, and we breaking a lot of thoroughbreds. Not that I'm over it, but I just like the young fellas to take the rough off them before I get on them now.
The ground ain't as soft anymore,
no,
is
that's
it?
That's right, yeah. No, it hurts.
But you do, from memory, like from what I've been told, you'll take on any sort of horse or any sort of, challenge? We had a lot of, this time of the year we sort of do the camp draft cutting sort of horses, not so much thoroughbreds. Thoroughbreds are more mid-year. And we sort of steadied up a little bit on them, mainly because I've got 2 men of my own as well that I wanted to keep them going. One time, years ago, I think I had about 8 horses on a truck, and I never owned any of them. So when they all got up and going, they took them off me, so I thought I better start getting a few of my own. So, yeah. Do it that way. You've had a couple of scores go through. You've got to get a couple more tomorrow. Have you ever won this?
Bloody hell, we can't
get
away from you, can we?
Rog, the Queensland. I've got to catch up with him in a minute, but he's gone. He's got himself a new hat. He must have a new hat for Christmas because he doesn't wear that one in Queensland.
I have never won this, but been up in there a few times, but it's just stepped around me a few times too. So
it's a challenge. You've got to get the right beast, get the right score, and impress the judges as well. There's a few little facets to it, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, they're saying we probably should have had the tougher round. I think they had all the beefies. I have heard that they're Friesians in the next round, which if they're anything like we were drafting the other night, they're unbelievable. And then they got the crossbreds, like Friesian Cross, in the finals, which are usually pretty good too. So if you've got a good score, it's a pretty good place to be sitting right now. So.
Bruce, thank you. Thanks for the chat, mate. Janie was giving you a hard time, said you won't give any content, but he gave great content. She's over there smirking, so it's all fine. But thank you very much. And we want more people to come here and be a part of camp drafting for a start, but also to come down here to Dumbalk, beautiful part of the world. And Roger, of course, is a Queenslander, so they come from a long way. So it's a ripper, isn't it?
There's a lot more Queensland. That's what Mac and Gail Shannon judging here, and that's what the shootout that they had the other day. Mac said he's seen a lot of camp drafting, and that was sort of just spectacular. It was, and I always tell a lot of Queenslanders come down here. They just don't come every year. So
no.
I'm pretty sure if I invited a few and gave them some horses, they'd be back.
Bruce, thank you. Thank you very much for joining me. Good luck tomorrow, mate.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.